Hi, I'm Double Lincoln, and we're here to bring you Ultramodern 5e. What do we got today?
What we got today is a book for modernizing your D&D campaign. Because sometimes players hug to rule systems like a door in the Titanic movie by James Cameron.
Yeah, let's be honest, we're nerds. We sometimes can get a bit clingy to rule sets.
And sometimes we're cheap, so we don't want to buy new sets.
Ever.
Yeah.
So, that's what Ultramodern 5e is for.
Deus Ex Machina Games, if I'm pronouncing the first part right, has brought to you a love letter to most settings.
In the modern. For example, Mad Max. Fallout.
You can have any style like that.
If you...
You got zombies. You can have zombies. You can have westerns. You can have dystopian looking Hellgast guy from not Killzone.
Yeah. Legally distinct from Killzone guy. You can even have, if you're really cheap, Shadowrun.
Yeah, because who wants to learn the rules of Shadowrun?
I do.
I genuinely do, but I don't have that time.
It takes a long time to know, but once you know it, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, once you know it, where you're going to find a bunch of people who know rules. Anyways, in this book, you can start off your character differently because backgrounds are way more incorporated in this.
Mm-hmm.
Your characters have unique quirks and traits. Some are nearsighted. Some are light sleepers. Drawbacks and positives.
Always fun to have.
And of course, there are classes in this book. I'm not saying it's not cool to play a wizard in the Wild West. But your DM might not allow it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, find a new DM or find this book.
I'd say find the book.
Or draw your DM. Now, another thing included in this book, to replace most feat-based systems, is the ladder system.
And what does the ladder system do?
The ladder system gives a bunch of little bonuses and perks and buffs to your character as they level up. Some aren't that game-breaking. Higher level, they start to rush around.
Well, yeah, usually once you get to like 20th level, you're already demigods normally.
Yeah, but eventually you will become like Wolverine and Logan, not Wolverine in any of the X-Men movies, unfortunately. You don't heal that quick. But I think it's pretty cool. This book has modern weapons. It's got futuristic weapons. It's got, semi-modern weapons. The stats can apply anywhere. Also included in this book is a series of a few mini adventures.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, they got zombies, they got aliens, and of course...
I just realized you could play an XCOM game with this, too.
Steve, enough about your addiction. Now, the art in the book is pretty good. I would say so. But it is in black and white, which might be a turn on to some people.
I kind of like it. It harkens back to the old days.
You can tell this thing was printed not by the highest standards. I'm not saying it's a bad printing, but it's clearly run by a smaller company. But I can feel the love, so I like it.
Oh, it's always good to feel the love for when a company puts something out.
Another thing that makes this book worth getting is some of the variant style of enemies. These ones aren't exactly like your normal D&D enemies. Like this sniper in his book automatically crits if it takes an action to aim or something. I don't remember off the top of my head because I haven't really seen an opportunity. I wouldn't feel cheap to put a sniper in a D&D game, especially since I focus on mostly medieval ones. But it would blow their minds when a sniper shows up in a ghillie suit in Chult. Spoiler.
Oh, that would be fun.
When Azarak fights Delta Force, it'll be awesome. So, who's this book for?
Anyone who
Players.
likes Fallout. Definitely.
Players, DMs. You might not get a whole bunch of use out of it. It's very specific. A lot of you people like to cling to the medieval aspect, which I myself do as well. I don't like guns sometimes in D&D, but I still have to say it's an enjoyable book.
I liked it too, and like I said before, like Fallout, Mad Max, any modern movie you'd like, you can do that. here.
So, how do you feel about guns in D&D, Val?
I think they have their place, but they shouldn't necessarily be there commonly, but I can see them having a potential place.
I just don't like when guns in D&D are basically just reskinned crossbows or...
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, they need to be rare because of the time period, but they also should be very powerful.
Yes. Also, we're going to make this a double episode.
Yeah. So we also have Apex.
Hello and welcome to It Came From the Third Party. This episode, second half Apex. First half, you've probably watched it up to this point, so enough about that. Here, Apex brings a little bit of an X-Men vibe, or My Hero Academia, is that what it is?
I think so.
Or if you're really, really creative, maybe you could try to work in some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure-esque stuff in there.
I could see that.
Have you ever seen that show?
I've seen the memes from that show.
I think I've shown you some. So, in this book, you got powers. You got drawbacks. And it pairs well with this. Maybe you can use some of these things in a medieval setting. I think you'd be fine. If you got people who are magically good at magic, that was very redundant.
Yeah, magically good at
If
magic.
you have people naturally good at bending reality, a guy growing claws out of his hands isn't going to be that mind-blowing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'll actually be underwhelming, but...
Yeah, just... Oh, you can do that? I
Yeah.
can stop time.
So wild, though. You had to go there. So, is this book worth getting? Maybe, because you need this first. You can also get the primer PDFs for free, but I recommend you at least give money to a guy for giving such a tight system, such loving detail.
This is a good module, definitely. If you are specifically looking to run an X-Men campaign in dealing with Ultra Modern.
Because remember, X-Men.
Da 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 da.
Da, 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 da,
Okay.
Hey, Wolverine's a dick.
Yes. Not as much as Deadpool at times. So, that's it for today.
Well, Deadpool don't try to.
Oh, shout out to Jetpack 7, a publisher that subscribed to us for some reason.
Yes, we will totally not be biased if you ever say comments or nice things about us.
Or give us...
No, listen, let's just take what we can get.
Yeah, I'd settle for a nice
This point-
comment.
At this point, I would just settle for an old wrapper for a Snickers bar, so I can lick off the melted exterior.
I know. Especially since now we gotta go... We are gonna hit go for 1,000.
We're gonna cut some of this out, so.
Probably.